Let's do a super quick and easy makeover on this modern dresser and nightstand set. This set is probably from like maybe the 1990s, early 2000s. It's what I call kind of a whitewashed oak and pretty common, nothing real unique about it. First things first, I'm just kind of wiping it down. This gives me an opportunity to inspect the piece, see what I need to do to change it. I'm Carmen. I really appreciate you joining me, and I hope you learned something from this video. If you do, please give it a like and subscribe. When I removed the drawers, I found all kinds of stuff. First, I found a teddy bear and a straw hat in a drawer. Then I found two more hats shoved behind a drawer, and then all of this was in the two nightstands. I have a feeling that maybe the previous owners didn't know how to take the drawers out. I'm going to go ahead and take the doors off of the nightstand since I've decided I'm going to just do a light glaze on this piece. What that's going to do is it is going to slightly darken it, give it a much richer tone, and refresh it so that any minor scratches or blemishes no longer show up. After discovering that the veneer on the top was pretty thin and it was covering up particle board, I decided not to use my battery operated sander, and I'm just going to give all three pieces a really good scuff sand with this block sander and 120 grit sandpaper. This scuff sanding is going to hide any minor scratches and blemishes, and it's also going to prepare the surface for the glaze that I'm planning to apply. Scuff sanding's not the most fun thing to do, but it's the first step to make sure that you get a really nice quality finish. I always follow the 3P model where you prep, paint or stain, and then protect. My leaf blower was handy, so I'm blowing off all of the dust, and then I'm going to give it a really good wipe down again with just warm water and a towel. Once it's nice and clean, I will move it in my garage and we'll get started on the fun stuff. Now, one of the nightstands had some areas where the veneer had come away and you could see the particle board underneath it. So I grabbed some wood filler and I'm going to go cover up all of the exposed particle board. I have a thin pair of gloves on and I'm just using my hand so that I have the most control possible and I can get it right in the spots that I want. Now, this wood filler is a little bit darker than the color of the wood, so I wouldn't use it unless I knew I was either going to stain or glaze over it in a darker color or paint over it. But because I am applying a darker glaze, it's going to be just fine. So I'm just going to continue to apply this to all of the areas where that particle board was showing through. I'm using just a little painter's tool here to smooth it down and to keep it out of the seams that are on the top of the nightstand. Once I have covered all of the exposed particle board, I just came back with a damp cloth and cleaned up any areas that I missed. Once it's dried, you can see it's a lot lighter color, so now I'm able to come in with a sanding block and gently smooth it down so that it is even and level with the rest of the top of the nightstand. For the new finish, I am using Rustoluem Glaze in Java Brown and a variety of different brushes. I first use an inexpensive brush. You could even use a chip brush to do this, to put the glaze on. You want to get a pretty heavy layer of glaze on, and you'll notice I'm turning the brush so that I can get the glaze into all of the seams that are on the top of this nightstand and kind of following that pattern around the top of it. With this glaze, you do have a couple minutes that you can work with it before it dries. It's a slow drying product, and this top of this is a pretty small area, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it all at once. If it was a larger dresser, I would be doing one long strip across the entire length, getting it the way I want it, and then coming in and doing another strip at a time. But because of the size and the weather is not too hot today, I'm going to have enough time that I can go ahead and get the glaze all over the top of it and then come back in and make it look the way I want it to look. Once the top is covered with glaze, then we're going to come in and do some dry brushing. This is where you want to have a variety of different brushes available. I typically have a larger, kind of like a deck brush. I'll have a fluffy paint brush. You can see here I'm using kind of the larger deck brush, and it's not really doing a whole lot. So I think what I'm going to do is I switched over to a fluffy paintbrush that I've used for some of these products before. Now I'm just taking this back and forth and wiping it off on a paper towel every once in a while because I don't want to put product on. I want to take the product off. I want to distribute it across the top of the dresser. And I want to leave the brush marks from the brush. Those add to this design. Some people call this a faux pottery barn look. In this case, I'm just using the glaze to freshen it up and give it a deeper, richer color, not necessarily looking to imitate the types of styles that you would see at Pottery Barn. Once you've got the glaze smoothed out, you like the color, you like the texture, you want to make sure that you do a final brush in the direction of the wood grain. So I went all the way across the top, and then I did the two sides and then back across the front again. And you can always come in and add a little bit more glaze while it's still wet, if you didn't get enough in any area like I did on that front corner there. And then you just come back in with your dry brush and blend it, and then make sure you do those nice long strokes as your final stroke. You want to make sure you're doing this in an area that is ventilated, but not where there's going to be the opportunity for dust or other particles to land on the furniture, because this does take a long time to dry. Typically, it takes about 24 hours to completely dry. Now that we've got the top, we just come in and we use that same exact technique on the sides. I keep some smaller brushes handy. I'm using smaller brushes to do the trim, and then I'll continue with my larger brushes down the side. Just continue the same process, putting the glaze on and then using your dry brush to remove it and get the shade and texture that you're looking for. Now right here you have a great before and after. If you look at the nightstand on the right, you can see what it looks like just scuff sanded and cleaned. Sometimes it's hard to tell on camera, and the change might appear to be pretty subtle, but you can see we're moving from that kind of light golden oak with a little bit of whitewashing on the trim around the top to a much darker, deeper, richer brown color. So this is a great shot right here if you have some of that light oak furniture and you're thinking it's time for an update. This will give you an idea if this technique might be something that you would want to do to furniture that you have in your house. Once I was done with the nightstands, then I tackled the large dresser. I scuff sanded each of the drawers assembly line style and scuff sanded the entire dresser. Once they were scuff sanded and cleaned, then I moved them into my garage so there would be a more dust-free environment, and started the same process again with the glaze. I did the tall sides of the dresser in sections. I started with the top and moved down the side of it. I would do about a third of it, put the glaze on, dry brush it, and then I would go in and do the next section, making sure to overlap, work quickly, and do nice long strokes when I had applied all the glaze. Now, what you're watching me do right now is how I keep it from accumulating at the top. I have a tiny dry brush that I'll come in and I'll just really gently lift that extra glaze off of the top to ensure a nice clean finish. After the glaze had dried, I applied 3 coats of polyurethane in a satin finish to protect the glaze and make sure that this finish lasts for many years to come. I got this cute boho inspired flowered wallpaper that I'm using to line the drawers and the bottom shelf of each of the nightstands. They were pretty dirty inside and had some stains that I wasn't able to get out, so this is a really cute way to give it a nice clean look. I also added new hardware. I wanted gold toned hardware. I thought it looked better with this darker wood. Okay, here's the moment you've been waiting for. Here is our before And here's what it looks like after. So as you noticed, I didn't use any special tools. I used products that you could easily get at your hardware store, and I really encourage you to give this a try. Let me know if you have any questions or need any advice, and make sure that you follow me. Next week, I'm working on this vintage Dixie dresser. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.